As the title states, I did get pulled over. This happened last night. It wasn't like a super bad scenario. Like, I wasn't like in the car for like half an hour and like got a ticket or anything like that. Thank goodness, because my stupid ass. I'll get into it in a minute, but basically what happened was after I got off of work, I was working from 3 to 10. I had to go pick up my electric air compressor because I let a friend borrow it, or a couple friends borrow it. And I was going there, and I was originally just going to pick it up and then leave, but I was like, you know what, I'm not doing anything tonight. I'm just going to sit here and, hang out with them for a little bit. So about an hour goes by, and then they actually needed to pick up another friend, and I volunteered to drive because I was driving my dad's car, and he has a 2014, I believe it's a 2014, maybe 2013, Honda Accord, and that thing is fucking fast, okay? Whenever I drive his car, as stupid as it sounds, and I know I I learned my lesson last night, but whenever I'm in his car, I like to go fast, or I just like to accelerate really fast and just go fast. I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to fucking be a dangerous driver and go 100 on like the main street, which is 25 miles an hour. But basically, at this one part of the turn, or at part of the main street, I turned onto Main Street again after we picked up the friend, and I was going, I think, 50, 55 on a 25. And yes, I know it was really dumb. However, though, I wouldn't have been going that fast if there were a bunch of cars around. I think there was maybe one car, but they were really far up ahead of me, and they were going straight ahead when I was going to turn right so I can go to my friend's house. And once we made that turn, and I was like maybe like 10, 20 feet away from the apartments, no, probably more than that, but basically it was like right there. We could see it, like, wasn't that far ahead of us. I look behind me because I see these like really bright lights right behind me, and they were like tailgating me, and I was like, why the hell is this person tailgating me? And then immediately, like, maybe like a second before the lights came on, I was like, oh my god, it's a cop, isn't it? And next thing you know, the lights come on, the flashing red and blue lights, and my heart drops, okay? I wasn't really nervous about, being in the car with friends and like making a huge, or like embarrassing myself. I don't care about that. That wasn't really the problem. It was just I've never been pulled over before. And there was also a mixture of, I have lots of stuff I have to pay for right now that I don't have money to, like, just spend on other things, like a ticket that's like probably what, $300, $200. And my heart dropped, and I got terrified. I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, I started shaking really bad. And I'm not sure if my friend saw it or not, but basically I just sat there in like total fear, and I was like, oh my god, this is not going to end well. I'm going to get a ticket, huh? And then I sighed, and I was like, well, it's my fault. I shouldn't have been speeding like that. And yeah, just basically it was my fault. So about 30 seconds comes by, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and the guy comes up to my window. And he asks me things like, have you been drinking tonight? Can I see your license? And why were you speeding? And I gave him my license. I said, no, we haven't been drinking. And I was speeding because I didn't know. I was just not thinking. And that's pretty much just what I said. And he's like, okay, I'll be right back. He goes back to his car. He like does some stuff, I don't know. And, a minute and a half comes by. And he walks over to the passenger side, and my friend opens up the door, and then he asks if any of us are on probation or anything like that. And we all said no. And so then he basically explained he's part of a DUI task force, and he's just looking for drunk drivers. And all he did was warn me not to speed, and we were on our way. It was like maybe a 3 minute maybe scenario, and I got out of there lucky. I'm very grateful that I didn't have to pay a ticket, and I know 100% that I shouldn't have been speeding like that. It's really stupid. But definitely I am pretty scarred right now, and I'm fairly confident in saying that I probably will not be speeding again, or at least anytime soon. I'm going to be very self-conscious about people watching me and seeing me. But basically, yep, that was definitely a huge mistake on my part, and I definitely need to, pay attention. Or it's not that I need to pay attention, but I just need to not, go fast in certain areas. I need to be cautious of other people around me. I do want to say, though, that, I did have car, like, I was in, well, technically one, but there was two car accidents that my car was a part of when I first started driving, and I was not a very good driver back then, and I was very stupid, and I didn't think and pay attention, but I feel fairly confident in saying that as of now, or not like as of right now, but I feel like over the years, I think, I've almost been driving 3 years, but within that time, I feel pretty confident in saying that, I've became a lot more experienced driver, and I've learned from my mistakes. And I'm very, very cautious on the road. I'm constantly examining, like, all the cars ahead of me and stuff like that. And just, making sure that I'm not, endangering the lives of others. I mean, obviously, there have been situations where, I have been on my phone maybe once or twice, or actually a lot more than that, if I'm being completely honest. But a lot of the time, whenever I'm driving alone, it's weird. It kind of depends on like who I'm with. If I'm by myself, I don't go on my phone. I just listen to music and chillax. When I have people in the car, I don't know why, but sometimes I have the tendency to whip out my phone and maybe send a text or two. But normally I'm going very slow, or I'll be going the speed limit, or I'll be on the side of the road. Sometimes I actually do pull over to the side of the road, and I won't send a text if I really need to, for the sake of, being safe for others. But when it comes to, paying attention to the road and, making sure there's like no one around me, I feel like I'm very good at that, and I feel very confident in saying that, I feel like I can be a very, I guess, trusting driver. It's just whenever I'm in my dad's car, I just had like the urge to like go fast, because his car accelerates really fucking fast compared to mine. I think it takes me 5 or 6 seconds to go to 55 in my 96 Honda Accord. So I learned from my mistakes, guys. I feel like there's gonna be some people that are gonna be like, you're a fucking idiot, don't fucking, you deserve to get a ticket, blah blah blah. I believe I do. I really do believe I did, and I'm just very fortunate that guy was DUI task force, and I guess, not looking to, I don't know, give out tickets, or at least for anything in that situation. I mean, if I was drinking, obviously I probably would have gotten in a lot of trouble, but I don't drink, so yeah, that's just pretty much my story with me getting pulled over. And I definitely do not plan on speeding. I plan on driving like a grandma for the next few months, if anything, for a long time. I mean, I might go 5 miles over when I'm like on the freeway or something, to pass other cars, but that's probably it. I don't really need the urge, or I don't really have the urge to speed anyways. It's just I do it for the fun of it, because a big majority of the time whenever I'm driving, I mean, I'm never late for anything. I never have plans, and, whenever I'm going to work, I always go the speed limit when I'm going to work, because I leave like 15 minutes early, and I get there like 7-8 minutes before work even like starts for me. So I don't really have the need to speed. That sounded so cringy after I said that, because it makes me think of need for speed. But yeah, basically I don't know. I'm gonna definitely calm myself down when I'm driving now, and hopefully, you guys understand that, I learned from my mistakes. I'm not gonna be driving stupid like that anymore.